Welcome everyone, I'm your host Vishal, and today we have a fascinating topic lined up for you. We are diving into inferential statistics, the magic behind drawing meaningful conclusions from data. Whether you are a student, a data enthusiast, or just someone curious about numbers, you are in for a treat. Alright, let's start from the very beginning. What are inferential statistics? Well, imagine you have a bag of jelly beans. You can't eat them all, so you grab a small handful to get an idea of the flavors in the entire bag. Inferential statistics are like that handful of jelly beans. They help us make informed judgments about a whole population using a smaller sample. But how do we do this? We use probability and a sprinkle of math to make these educated guesses. So the first step is to take a good sample. To use inferential statistics, we need to make sure our sample accurately represents our population. This is where the art of sampling comes in. Just like picking jelly beans, you want a sample that represents the population well. If you only pick the red ones, you will miss out on the whole flavor spectrum. Our goal is to make sure our sample is random, so everyone and everything in the population has an equal chance of being included. This way, our conclusions won't be biased. Now here comes the exciting part, probability. Think of it as the seasoning that adds flavor to our statistical stew. With probability, we can calculate the likelihood of something happening. This helps us assess the reliability of our conclusions. When the probability is high, our conclusions are more trustworthy. To keep things rolling, let's introduce hypothesis testing. It's like courtroom drama where we are the detectives. We start with a null hypothesis, which is like saying, hey, there's no difference here. Then we gather evidence, our sample data, to see if it's strong enough to convince us to reject the null hypothesis. In our detective story, the p-value is the star witness. It tells us how likely our evidence is if the null hypothesis was true. If our p-value is low, we may conclude that our evidence is convincing and we reject the null hypothesis. But if it's high, we might not have enough evidence to make a solid conclusion. Imagine you are buying a used car and the seller says it's worth between $5,000 and $7,000. That's a confidence interval. In inferential statistics, we use confidence intervals to express our level of certainty about a parameter's value. The wider the interval, the less certain we are. So there you have it, inferential statistics, the art of making educated guesses using probability, sampling, hypothesis testing, p-values, and confidence intervals. We've gone from jelly beans to courtroom dramas, and I hope you found it as fascinating as I do. Remember, inferential statistics is a powerful tool that helps us make sense of the world through data. Whether you're analyzing election polls, medical research, or even favorite sports teams' performance, you are now equipped with the basics to understand the magic behind those numbers. That's all for today's episode. Thank you for joining us on this statistical journey. Stay curious, keep learning, and until next time, take care.